Hey guys, welcome back to Words at War at the Movies. My name is Jorge Guerra.
I'm Sergio Guerra.
We're here to review The Man of Steel today. So, Man of Steel, story of Superman, coming to Earth. This is his first real involvement with the Earth people. Bad guy in this is General Zod. So if you've seen the old movies, they were in that too as well. As far as what I thought of it, it was a good movie. It wasn't great. I wasn't blown away by it. As far as superhero movies go, I still think that Marvel does it better than DC right now. It just felt a little long for me. The fighting sequences were good. I really liked Amy Adams as Lois Lane. They really tried to show how Lois Lane was like a go-getter and she was like her own kind of woman. Like the little things that I thought were missing in other Superman movies. But all in all, I wasn't blown away by it. Like I said, I mean, those are kind of things that stood out for me. Nothing really captured me. And as far as the Superman portrayal, I don't know. It didn't do it for me. I think it felt a little out of character for me. But
what's the name of the guy that played Superman? Do you remember? Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe played Superman for like half the movie.
Yeah.
Pretty much. They might have just cast him as Superman. They really put him in there a lot. And
he took the spotlight, kind of, sort of. Yeah.
He didn't take the spotlight. They put him in there. He was like in every scene that Superman was in. Pretty much, there's Russell Crowe. I thought this movie was boring. It sucks because it's not like really bad. It's just not that great. And like he said, Marvel just does this stuff better. It's not like the old days, like when comic book movies were just coming out and it's like a gamble. Oh, is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? We already know what a good comic book movie looks like, okay? We already know what you can do with these characters. So there's a huge expectation, and if a movie doesn't deliver, this movie just constantly was back and forth. It kept stopping a lot, it's the way they did the storytelling or whatever. George mentioned, the fighting sequences. There's some cool fighting sequences in there. The CG wasn't all that great, I thought, actually, for this type of movie. It would have been a great, if it was a video game I was playing, great. But it was a movie I had to sit through. I'm pretty sure, and I know people are going to probably get mad at this or whatever, I'm pretty sure, I didn't fall asleep. I'm pretty sure there were like 2 people in the theater that I heard say they fell asleep, So, so that's it. I mean, what else do you have about it?
Yeah, I agree. Like, I think the ups and downs in this weren't managed. Like you were saying, like the bar's been set as far as comic book movies go, and I just don't think it ever really reached that at all. Like, I mean, like stand out for me was there was little things that I think that have been left out of other Superman movies or in the comics, like the whole Lois Lane being her own strong person. I kind of like the little things they put in there, but nothing really stood out great for me.
Yeah, and I could see that. You could tell that they're trying to make a really good movie. I mean, they put attention to a lot of different things. It just seemed like there wasn't a structure moving forward throughout the whole film because of the back and forth storytelling and the relationships they built. Between Superman and Lois Lane were kind of also like off and on, and then all of a sudden now they're like, buddy buddies. And it's kind of felt also like maybe the movie couldn't get over itself enough. It's constantly like how grand it is. That you got Superman flying in your face and all that kind of stuff. And out of all of Superman's powers, I think they overused the one that we can relate to least, which is flight. They have a scene, you see it in the commercials, they have a scene where he's displaying his strength and he's trying to hold this thing to save these people and it's hard for him or whatever. Yeah? That's the only time that you can kind of possibly actually relate to that, like the struggle. The rest of the time it's him going, like how do you fly harder? And I feel bad for him. I thought the guy did a really good portrayal of Superman halfway through the story, because it kind of, to me, seemed like Superman just all of a sudden appeared. And when you watch the movie, I think you'll know what I mean. It's just off and on. He's trying to become Superman, and all of a sudden he's just Superman.
Yeah, I think the arc itself, I hate to compare it to the old movies, but I think they tried to stay away from going with a normal way of showing an origin story, and I don't think it worked for them. Like, I think they should have stuck with an origin arc as opposed to like trying to be like, hey, we're gonna switch this up for you, and it just didn't deliver in the long run.
And they could have made it a lot shorter.
Yeah.
They could have made the origins, because we all know what happens. Yeah. Everybody knows. I mean, I know we're older, so we've seen all the other movies. He doesn't like me saying he's older. That's why I say it a lot. Anyways, so we remember the other movies, and there's a lot of young kids or whatever, not us, that totally that may have not seen it on screen. So they're trying to put the whole how it happened, but they still know. I mean, almost everybody really knows in this kind of story. So you could just kind of go over it, and they had some nice moments, in his childhood as he's growing up, becoming Superman, and it just gets all plastered away like right in the middle of the movie when the action starts, and it's just a bunch of wham bam thank you ma'am type stuff. Yeah, and
but I mean, as far as rating, what would you go with it?
So I would say it wasn't great to watch. I literally sometimes was thinking, oh my god, when are they going to get to the point? And I think that's very bad for a movie. It's just my opinion. It's not the most horrible comic book movie ever, but my rating for it, I guess, would have to be a 6. That's what I would give it. I wish I could give it something better. Yeah. Poor DC is hinging its like Justice League on this thing, and I don't know. Maybe a lot of you guys will like it. What'd you like? What do you think about it?
Honestly, I when it comes out on Blu-ray, I'm not gonna be there first day to pick it up. So it's not one of those movies for me that I'm gonna sit there and watch when I just want to watch something. So I would probably go with like a 7, just because there was some cool stuff. Nothing took off. I mean, I'm not a fan of this movie, so I would go with 7. And again, some of y'all might have loved this movie. Just for me, that's what it felt like.
Yeah, I think Superman fans will probably just hang on to this for dear life and go, oh, it was a great movie, make more. Just kind of like giving this an opportunity to like grow into something. But even then, it's kind of like this whole movie is trying to be its own movie, and then at the very end, it's kind of like they give you the fan service, they give you the familiar things that they didn't put in the whole movie. And I don't want to say anything in particular, but they give you a little bit of fan service, but it feels more like scraps. Like they're like, there you go, you dirty bastards, take that. That's what you like, right? That's what you like.
Like, take it. But I think you're right. Like, it just felt a little too late. It's a little too late,
Yeah. But anyways, well, that's pretty much what we thought, I guess. This probably went longer than we thought it would be. But anyways, if you got any comments or if you saw the movie, tell us what you thought about it down below, por favor. Yeah. And rate us and subscribe or tell your friends about it if you like what we're doing.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. Again, Jorge Guerra.
Sergio again. Adios.
Bye.